What's up, guys? It's me, Tim Crouch. I'm here live at the Gutter Summit. Today I got Nolan McClain from Ned Homes, formerly Ned Stevens. What's going on, Nolan?
Hey, Tim.
How you doing today?
Great.
Good, man. Excited about the summit?
Very. Yeah, it's my first time here.
Yeah, is it? Good.
Yeah, I've been to a couple other gutter-related conferences, but first time at Gutter Growth. Excited to see who's here and what the speakers have to say. And I mean, what I do is I lead the business buying program, the M&A program at Ned's Home, which is formerly Ned Stevens Gutter Cleaning.
Yep.
And so, you know, a lot of what I'm doing is talking to business owners who might be considering selling their business and how to maximize valuations, how to build a really valuable asset. And so that's what I'm mostly here for.
How long have you guys been in operations?
We've been around since 1965.
Okay.
And so we've scaled over those 60 years into a 24-state footprint. 5 years ago, I started the business acquisitions program, and since then we've bought 30 different businesses to add on to our platform.
Okay. Wow.
Which is a key source of growth for us.
Yeah, it's pretty aggressive. Yeah. What do you look for in a company that you're going to purchase?
I think especially relevant here, right? Gutter Growth is largely attracts gutter installers.
Yep.
And so what's really important here is we're looking for businesses that have some semblance of recurring revenue.
Sure.
And so oftentimes in the gutter industry, that means gutter cleaning rather than gutter installation, or gutter cleaning on top of gutter installation.
Sure.
Or other subscribable services, things that we offer like dry vent cleaning or window cleaning or power washing. I think that to the extent that you can demonstrate a pattern of your customers coming back year after year because you're providing them with a service that they need, yes, but they also need on a recurring basis, I think that's how you can really create a valuable business.
And guys, gutters do not have to be a wham bam thank you ma'am. You could absolutely get people on maintenance packages where you're going there 1-2 times a year. Now you're getting them into a reoccurring situation. And I also think that most people just don't have businesses. They have more of like jobs. What is like 3 things that you really, that a gutter company owner could do to position herself to be able to sell one day?
I think service mix first and foremost, which is what we discussed, which is focusing on services or having some portion of your revenue derived from services that are recurring in nature. And one way that you can even enhance that is by introducing some sort of maintenance agreement. Those don't have to be signed contracts or anything like that with homeowners, but some sort of maintenance agreement where you're going to come out 2 times a year until the homeowner says, well, I don't need you anymore. I think that can be a great way to increase that revenue retention, that customer retention. Other things that business owners can do to maximize valuation in their businesses are bring in a really stellar team that is interested to stick around even after they sell the business to the next guy.
Right.
That makes the business more of a business, less of a job, and more of a transactable asset.
Sure.
And so that's certainly something that you can do. Additionally, you want to be running a profitable business, and a term that we look at and private equity and private equity backed businesses is EBITDA, which is essentially a metric for cash flow. You want to be running a business that has 20% to 30-35% EBITDA margins. Are
you speaking of net?
That would be net. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Bottom line, EBITDA margins. You want to be running a profitable business because ultimately, what an acquirer is looking at is not revenue, but the actual take from the business.
Sure.
The bottom line.
Because you could have a company doing $1 million a year, and I've actually seen it, and they'll have like 10% margins. And most people are just underpricing themselves. Can you agree with that?
I think that can be a source of low profit. Other common phenomena besides pricing and therefore maybe low gross margins would be bloat in the office, too much administrative ad spend or headcount spend, or inefficient ad spend. We see a lot of businesses that spend a hell of a lot of money on advertising and not really understanding whether they're getting the return that they should be on it, especially as digital ad means become less and less effective, like Google pay-per-click.
Yeah, no, it's getting expensive. I noticed that big time this year. It's like really jumped since I sold my company a couple of years ago, and now I'm back in the game, and the price has definitely changed. And also a lot of people are jumping in on gutter leads, like roofers now are running gutter leads as well.
Yes.
That didn't really happen a couple of years ago.
Yeah. The gutter guard companies also
Yeah.
are bidding up keywords related to gutter installation or even gutter cleaning. So yeah, I think really a huge drag on profitability, especially like you say that we see more frequently recently, is ineffective ad spend. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, you should be spending on advertising, but really make sure that you're holding your marketing agency to account or your marketing resource to account, and ensure that you understand which leads are attributable and which sales are attributable to that ad spend. Make sure you're getting your money's worth.
Yep. So you got to know your KPIs, guys. I mean, you should narrow it down for every marketing subject. Like, AdWords, you should know what it's costing you for those leads. You should know what it's costing you for Facebook leads, yard sign leads. You could actually have different phone numbers on each marketing piece. Like I like to use Ring Central for that. That's the best way. You really don't know unless you or make it individual for every single marketing tactics that you're doing.
Yeah, attribution is difficult, but it's very important.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's a golden nugget, just some type of advice, like something that really sticks out that you got for these gutter guys?
What's something that sticks out? I mean, besides
recurring
revenue, the
revenue.
virtues of recurring revenue and how that's going to build you a business.
What could put them into the mindset of getting away from being, basically having your own job versus really being a business owner and ready to scale?
Yeah, I think a lot of that probably comes down to team. If you really want it to not just be a job, and to build a business that can operate in your absence, I think you need to invest in team. And so depending on where a business is and its growth, that could be your first hire being somebody on the phones.
That's really important, right?
Or later on, when you have a handful of crews out on the road, bringing an operations manager who's really competent and who you're going to have to pay probably more than you want to.
Sure.
But those are real investments in scaling. And it's about, I think, something that we talk about in our business at Ned's Home quite a bit is right people, right seats. And I think that applies to small businesses just as well as ours.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm going to be speaking on Friday about admin. And so I know that move for me was really important. I was like year 2 in and I was wearing all my hats. And the minute I hired an admin, which was scary because, you got a commitment now for a weekly pay that you're paying. But my business doubled that year and it doubled the following year. And then from that point, it was upward. And you just can't do it all yourself.
Agreed.
And no one wants to buy a business that you're doing it all yourself.
No, not really. No.
Would you say that's most businesses that you look at?
I'd say that's probably most businesses in our industry. There are a lot of what we would call subscale businesses in our industry. But among those who I seriously talk about potentially transacting, no, I think most of the businesses that I talk to have done a really nice job at building great teams of people who see this work as their career.
Sure.
And who a business owner can really rely on. And because this is self-fulfilling. That's what's necessary in order to build an asset to the point where it can transact.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. No, I totally agree. Good deal, man. Well, appreciate you coming on here today.
Of course. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
How did they get a hold of you if they're interested in maybe having you look at their business and seeing where they're at?
You can reach out to me at nedhome.com/acquisitions. You can read testimonials from business owners who have sold to us, some of the 30 people who have sold their businesses to us over the last 5 years. Or you can just email me at nolan@nedshome.com. I'm always happy to hop on the line, even if you're not looking to sell anytime soon, or even if your business isn't exactly what we're looking for. I'm always happy to talk about how to build a really worthwhile and valuable asset.
Good deal. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Mr. Ben.